The men's sprints have just gotten underway at the Olympic Games, and today we're going to be looking at some of the genetic phenoms who could leave their mark in Tokyo by producing some great times and potentially contesting for a medal. The first athlete we'll be highlighting is Fred Curley. Fred Curley is one of only 3 athletes to run sub 10 seconds in the 100 meters, sub 20 seconds in the 200 meters, and sub 44 seconds in the 400 meters, with personal bests of 986, 1990 and 43.64. He's quite possibly the biggest athlete in track at the moment at 6'3" and over 200 pounds, and he didn't allow his size to discourage him from competing in the shorter sprints. Some people had their concerns about whether Curley was wasting a golden opportunity to compete for a medal in the 400 meters by choosing to run the 100 meters and 200 meters at the Olympic trials, where he had relatively little experience at the elite level prior to this year. But Curley silenced his doubters with his fantastic display in the 100 meters at the trials, finishing third with a PB of 986. He also set a PB of 1990 in the 200 meter final at the Olympic trials, but finished in 4th place against a stacked field. In Tokyo, he can put all of his focus into the 100 meters, and if he can match or improve upon his personal best of 986, it may just earn him an Olympic medal. The next athlete we'll be focusing on is another American who's made it onto their 100 meter team, and that's Trey Bormel. Bormel showed incredible potential from an early age and still holds the fastest times recorded by an 18, 19 and 20 year old. Bormel is smaller than your average sprinter at 5'7", but he uses his smaller frame and quick strides to his advantage and often gets a tremendous start to separate himself from the rest of the field early in the race. Bormel suffered a terrible injury at the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio, which kept him away from running track for several years while he tried to recover, but his return to form in 2020 and 2021 has been none short of remarkable, as he set a new personal best of 9.77 and backed it up with another tremendous time of 9.80 at the final of the Olympic trials. His 9.77 personal best ranks him as 7th all time in the 100 meters. However, this time seems even more impressive when you consider it ranks him as the 2nd fastest sprinter who hasn't been banned for using a banned substance or been banned for missed tests. Switching to the 200 meters now, the next athlete we'll be discussing is Pham. Pham Belay burst onto the scene this year with his impressive performances in the 200 meters at the NCAA Indoor and Outdoor Championships. At just 19 years old, Pham Belay will be representing his native Liberia at the Olympic Games. There's no doubt Pham Belay is genetically gifted. He may look stocky compared to some of his competitors at 6'2" and 88 kg, but don't be fooled by his muscle mass, because he holds this mass while maintaining a very low body fat percentage. His slow start often causes him to trail behind early in the race, but his gradual acceleration actually causes him to save more energy for the latter stage of the race where he excels. When asked on Instagram about how the second half of his 200 meter races were so strong, he attributed it to his 505 pound squat, which is over 2.5 times his body weight. In Pham Belay's 200 meter PR of 19.90 seconds, he ran the second 100 meter in a time of 9.30 seconds. For comparison, in Usain Bolt's world record run of 19.19 seconds, he ran the second 100 meters in 9.27 seconds, just 0.03 seconds faster than Pham Belay. Pham Belay has yet to run against elite pros given he spent his season running the college circuit, but having the experience of beating Terence Laird, there's a chance for Pham Belay to rise to the occasion and make his way to the 200 meter Olympic final. The final sprinter we'll be looking at is the 200 meter world youth and world junior record holder Ariel Knighton. Standing at 6'3" age 17, Knighton is sparking lots of comparisons between himself and Usain Bolt, given that Bolt was also an exceptionally tall and slim sprinter in his teenage years. The difference, however, is that Ariel Knighton lowered Usain Bolt's under 20 200 meter record by 0.09 seconds and lowered his under 18 200 meter record by a phenomenal 0.29 seconds. Knighton already has the experience of racing against some of the best 200 meter sprinters in the world at the US Olympic trials, where he set his PB of 19.84, finishing third behind Noah Lyles and Kenny Benerick. This performance earned him a place on the Olympic team, and he will be hoping to make history by bringing home a medal from Tokyo. Which other sprinters do you think will shine at this year's Olympics in the 100 meters and 200 meters? Leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.